Buenos dias, homie. Welcome back to the Too Late We Said It podcast. I am Sean Leverett. This is Edwin Nevedo. We are coming through your computer, phone, stereo, in stereo. Ho.
En estéreo 5.1, cabrones.
Vamos. What's up? Hey, good morning, dog. Well, I guess tonight they'll be seeing this in the nighttime, but this is
like, I'm Puerto Rican, but I just I'm Puerto Rican, but I hit him with the Mexican catchphrase.
That's all right. That's all right. To people in Valdosta, Georgia, that's all the same. Nigga, Puerto Rican, Mexican, that's all the same.
What's the difference between Puerto Rican and the Mexican?
They be
nothing. They both speak of Spanish. God dang it.
I see them in that Spanish aisle in Walmart, all the same.
Hey, yo, I have a bone to pick with grocery stores. They be fucking making those aisles that says Hispanic aisle, right? That shit ain't Hispanic aisle. It should just be named Mexican aisle. Everything on that aisle is Mexican cuisine and flavors, and there's like maybe few things that's like a few things that's like Goya. I'm like, yeah, Puerto Rico's represented, some Goya beans and some fucking Goya tropical that has like their sazon and shit. But the rest is tortillas and shit. We don't eat tortillas in Puerto Rico.
They try to put that on you, yo. They try to lump y'all all
Where's
together.
The Puerto Rican shit? Where's the cola champagne? I appreciate the Malta.
Cola champagne.
But let's say if we're going to call it Hispanic, then put more Hispanic cultural flavors and foods in there and diversify that. Because although everyone loves Mexican food, including myself, I also like some of the food from my place, too. Let's include it all. All right.
Hold on. What is it? It's comida typical.
Comida tropical or typical?
Typical food.
Yeah.
Okay. Where you at?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm learning, dog.
Yeah.
But you know what? It be fucking oyster sauce in them aisles. It be Asian food in them aisles, and they put the Hispanic monocle on it, yo.
Yeah, they put the Hispanic.
I'd be like, ain't this a bit boondock?
Basically, it should just be a sign that says non-American shit.
It used to say international, but now it do say Hispanic.
If it says international, that I would be more appreciative of that, because then you have all the stuff, Jamaican, African cuisine, and just put it all in one aisle. That's fine. We're okay with being together with all of them. Just don't put Hispanic and then just have Mexican shit. Because basically you're saying only thing you recognize as Hispanic is Mexican. So we ain't
Mexicans
shit.
is the closest, so there they got it.
They got it. You know, that said, I love my Mexican brothers and sisters. I'm just saying, like, you know,
Viva la Mexico.
Puerto Ricans. What about the Dominicans? What about the Panamanians?
Yo,
what about, you know,
what's the Viva la Mexico for Puerto Rico?
Viva Puerto Rico, I guess.
Oh shit. That was a lot more simpler than I thought. Your face said it all. Viva Puerto Rico, nigga. Cabron.
Cabron.
I ain't fucking with you.
The interesting thing is cabron can be used as a term of endearment or an insult. It all depends on the context of how you use it.
Oh, okay. So that's the Hispanic nigga. Okay, got you.
Yeah, I guess.
Cabron. What's up, my cabron?
What's up, my
cabron? Anyway, yo, look, Jesus, hold on, yo. We just got in. We ain't even 4 minutes in yet. We lost our train of thought. I'm sorry, y'all.
This is called the Latino crash out.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right out the gate. If you care about us, send Adderall to Too Late We Said It podcast, PO Box 4. We need help, yo. We cook. Anyway, we thank you guys for joining us for another week of the show, man. Me and Ed are ecstatic to have you back. We got a list of bangers for you to go over this week, man. We're going to have a good time discussing that. But before we do, as you know, the customary, you know, I got to ring the bell to see what my nigga Ed did, see if he went outside other than to eat and work. You know what I mean? Ed, what's up with you, cool?
This week was a boring week, man. Unfortunately, I got nothing new to add except for yesterday or the day before yesterday. And you even know it too, because you posted something about it. How we go from sunny days, everybody benefit, and all of a sudden, can you stand? And in your case, the snow came down.
Oh, it just rained, and it rained where you was at.
Yeah, it rained. When you guys was getting snow, we were getting like a shitty rainstorm.
Ah, okay.
So it's like, but it was super sunny too, warm day, and then it just got real cold and it started raining, and then it lasted until yesterday, where it was in the 40s. I'm like, how the fuck we go from 78, 80 to 40 degrees?
Bro,
That was
I never
crazy.
seen that. I never like it was snowing. It was 80 degrees one day. Then very next day it was snowing. I never seen that before in my life. So
Yeah.
something going on, yo. Something going on. I don't know.
And rest in peace to that snowflake that landed on your lip that you licked with
Pause, yo.
vigorosity. You was
Pause,
like,
yo. It was a natural reaction, yo.
and you had the nerve to blame Mother Nature for trying to skeet in your mouth. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, yo, you licked that flake, yo, so quick.
Instinctively licked it.
Instinctively.
Good girl. Good girl.
Yo, and the earth said amen. That's how you do it, son.
Planet, yeah.
The planet.
We got something for you, Zach.
Mother Nature was giggling at you on that one, yo.
At least it wasn't
Mother
Father
Nature was like, got him.
Boop. Boop. Got your mouth. I'm not fucking with you.
Yo. I had a tear in my eye laughing at that, yo. I was cracking.
That's help. I need help, yo. We need help, yo. In the name of Jesus, send help.
Send help.
Yeah, yo. So, yeah, it's gonna be crazy weather, man. It had me thinking about how the summer gonna be, bro. I don't know. We'll see. To be determined. You think it got something to do with global warming, though, yo? That GW
climate change is a real thing. And yeah, I think that it all connects, but how it connects might not be the answers that we get. Like, you know, we're getting so much mixed explanations on global warming and climate change, but I think that the proof is in the reality of what we witness. Climate is changing to some degree. You know, sometimes our winters are warmer than normal, and sometimes our winters are colder than normal, and sometimes our winters extend beyond where they're supposed to, and sometimes our springs and summer times are shorter than they're supposed to.
You don't think that got nothing to do with the groundhog? It's global warming. It's not the groundhog.
Man, I think the groundhog has something to do with how fucked up that soil is.
Burrowing through the earth.
He's like, yeah. I came out here because I couldn't breathe now. All them fumes down that shit.
It's cicadas down here, Nick.
Yeah, cicadas.
That's crazy.
But I mean, it's interesting. Sometimes the groundhog tradition could be true. I guess the groundhog does in some way tell us something, but I think that we're changing the atmosphere because of the stuff that we're our technological advances and our advances in like
agriculture,
factories,
machinery,
machinery, all of those things play a factor into what we're emitting into the ozone layer,
right?
And what's creating the differences.
A lot of people will say that because you know they've been talking about climate change, and we'll get into the topics in a second. But a lot of people talk about climate change all the time, and they say the climate's always changing. But which is true, but we have to factor in our acceleration of those changes, like you just said, due to what we're doing as human nature. So we'll see, man. That's crazy. So be safe this summer, y'all.
We gotta be good to the earth, man. The earth is the house that we live on.
Where's Captain Planet at, yo? He should have been pulled up by now.
We need Captain Planet, yo.
He bullshit.
We need Captain Planet. Yo, my favorite character in that is the dude with Heart. He was like, Heart,
the African nigga, the Nigerian. Oh no, that's the little Malaysian boy who had Heart.
Yeah. The South African, the South American kid. He's like from South America.
I thought he was from like Nepal or some shit. I didn't know what he was.
Is he from Nepal? I thought he was from South America. Like,
we'll put him in the international aisle.
Yeah. Put him in the international.
Under the Goya sauce, under the Goya power.
Under the Goya.
That's disrespectful. All right, man. Well,
right next to the oxtails.
He down for whatever. All right, yo. Let's hop right into it, Ed. As you know, man, kids these days, they have in the realm, let's talk about it. It's in the realm of reality TV. So in today's world, they got Mr. Beast, they got I Show Speed, they got all these contemporary YouTube I guess you could say reality TV shows. You know, Mr. Beast then put on 1 billion different shows at this point. That nigga then got his own Squid Games type show now. So he's doing a big number. Shout out to Mr. Beast. But back in our day, we had just reality TV. It was scheduled just like, you know, regular TV. And there was a ton of shows, brother, that came out that I watched. I'm sure you watched. You guys that are watching, I'm sure you watched too, that helped set the stage for where we are now. But looking back on a lot of these shows, I just wanted to ask the question to you, Ed, and of course our viewing audience. Please feel free to drop some your opinions in the chat. But what are some of the wildest TV shows in history? TV shows that you were watching, you'd be like, yo, what the fuck is we doing? We thinking about shows like Jerry Springer. What else we got?
We have Ricky Lake. And of course Maury Povich too.
Oh my God.
Maury had all of the relationship dramas. Maury, is it my kid? Is it your child? Like, he kind of evolved into that lane if you think about it, because Jerry Springer was doing all the crazy shit. So Maury's like, I gotta find my own niche. So he's like, how about I do all the paternity tests? And those were the greatest thing. You are not the father. You are the father.
Oh,
and seeing people's reactions.
Niggas pass out.
Some people like dancing like they was at church. Ding, ding, ding. Remember that shit? I told you, you hoe.
You
hoe. And then Maury like trying to console us. I'm sorry, girl. So do you?
We'll find out who nutted in you. Just relax. Just calm down. I thought it was the father, Maury.
I really did.
They run in the back and put their head down. Bitch, this is on camera. We can see. We already have you on. You must just sit out there.
It's too late. You said it, yo. You did it.
So damn, yo. So do you think those shows, because at that time, I feel like society still was a lot more conservative. Now, people were still being freaks. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know we got our special guest. You know what I'm saying? Ed, show our boy, y'all. Hey, Ed got more ice in that motherfucker than Greenland. God damn. Everybody chill.
It was just a matter of time before that cup showed up.
You knew the cup was gonna pull up. We don't know what Ed be having in that cup, man, but it get him through the day. In the name of Jesus, we're not judging his lifestyle. But do you think those shows? So back in the 90s, early 90s, 2000, people were still being freaks. People was using drugs, doing shit, but it was a lot more to the chest. I think people weren't as overt about it.
Yeah, people kept things behind closed doors more.
Right, exactly.
They kept that life separate from their day-to-days.
Right, exactly. Now you got male pilots with a twerking profile on Grindr. You know, he's shaking his ass for other niggas. You know what I'm saying? And then he going to fly for.
He's like, I had the right. I had the God-given right to shake my ass on OnlyFans.
God did not put that on the tablets for Moses.
As far as he's concerned, he found the scripture that said it.
Thou shalt move my ass. That's Samuel L. Jackson, boy.
They say, no, they're talking about thou shalt have at least one ass on their farm. He thought the ass meant his ass. He didn't realize it meant donkey.
Donkey, my ass, same shit.
Same shit.
That's crazy. So do you think that burst through of conservatism has given way to what we see now with all of these shows? Because now not only is it acceptable, it's more financially gainful to go out here and put this what they call it. I was looking into it. It's called crash out content. For some reason, we love drama. We love watching a train wreck. And so back then, people would be like, "This isn't good for TV. What type of examples are you setting?" Now these are the biggest pulling platforms.
Yeah. The interesting thing is, like, you know, just like we brought up the Bible. In the Bible, it says there's nothing new under the sun, and I think that is 100% true, because you go back to like Roman periods and back into like the era of the kings and like our primitive time. We had fighting arenas and shit like that. You know what I mean? Where people fighting. People used to like cockfighting. Pause. I'm talking about roosters. But like rooster, I'll just say rooster fighting.
You could have chose anything else to say, but
is a old something that happened from a long time ago. So people have always been attracted to drama to some degree.
Antiquated cockfights.
And I think that entertainment in that drama has always been there. It's just how we've evolved over time and how we present this drama. And I think where reality TV and us filming, discovering the truth that we could create images, and you know, from pictures, photographs to still images, and then that turned into the black and white footage. But once we could start filming each other, that's where we opened the doorway to fictional worlds. From plays became movies, motion pictures, and also shows. And then drama events became sporting events that they would record, from boxing to wrestling. You know what I mean? American Gladiators was a form of physical entertainment. Even the WWF and WWE, even though those are all like, you know, they're staged in some way and they're created for entertainment purposes, they're still hurting each other for the sake of entertainment.
Oh yeah.
And people tune in. Now you got the Maury Povich and the Jerry Springers and stuff like that, and that evolved to the Real World. That MTV was technically, they call themselves the first real reality show where they get real people just in the thing just to live their lives. And I think the first 2 seasons of Real World were probably the realest ones of all, because it was not known yet what we were doing. We were just letting people live. Now
You
editors
for it.
yeah, now they cast people based on their personalities and put them together to create those dramatic events. And also the editors also interject into those moments to create higher moments and stuff like that. You got the Bad Girls Club, which is basically designed just to see girls fighting. If you think about it,
Housewives of Atlanta, shit like that. Yeah.
So I mean, I think that we've always been attracted to drama as a species, and it's just always going to be that way. And there's always somebody's going to exploit it and get gain off of it. You know, from Julius Caesar to fucking name
Fox
somebody.
Network.
Fox Network.
Hey,
same
look,
shit,
same shit. Julius Caesar, Fox, same shit. Hey, you brought up one in the pre-production, or before we started the show. You brought up making the band.
Oh, that's right. You know, it's so crazy how we see things now, and we should have saw the signs then.
Yes.
What Puff Daddy really about, yo?
Puff Daddy, he called the niggas whole shit.
Cheesecake have anything to do with your skill set in music?
His lips was always extra glossy. That should have let us know he had to recently lick lips 24/7, yo. It was,
saying, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. You know what I mean? Donald Trump showing us who he was back when they did Apprentice. Puff Daddy showing us who he was, and it's just up to us to believe them. I'm like, it's just, you're gonna get what you get, and if you don't believe it, then they're gonna show it to you another way.
And it's your fault the second time around. Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, keep the blame on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, man, that's heavy, bro. So I don't know, man. I really like, I'm trying to think of any reality shows I like. I really never really got into reality shows.
I like the new Survivor series. Those are pretty good. Fear Factor was a good one.
Young Joe Rogan.
Yeah. You know, they got the new Fear Factor out now with Johnny Knoxville.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a new one, man. They got nastier with the food stuff. Like the stuff, you know, that's the one thing I always watched that show and I said Fear Factor would be a breeze for me. Like none of those things that people are scared of, I'm afraid of.
Really?
But what I can't do is eat nasty shit. And that may be surprising to some because I eat a lot of things. People know I eat a lot of things. When it comes to like guts and like disgusting things like fermented rat tails and shit.
A spoon
like fermented egg eyes.
Oh.
And they had like pig vomit is one of them. Pig
vomit.
And fermented blood.
Hold on. Whoa. Why would you eat pig vomit?
Exactly. And they made them drink it. I literally saw it on the episode on the recent.
Why?
And they drank it.
What's the grand prize? Like you get $1 million?
$1 million for the winner. But
whoever makes it through.
Whoever makes it to the end. Only one person.
But that's not even fair though. At that point.
I don't find that to be fear. I just find that to be squeamish. Like that's
right.
But I guess that's
disgusting.
That is facing your fear to some degree. I just couldn't. I wouldn't. The thing is, I would intend to do it. Right. I would intend to drink it, and then as soon as this shit hits my taste buds, it's a wrap. I'm gonna throw up involuntarily. Like, well, ain't nobody gonna drink that. And then you're supposed to drink that. What you throw up, drink that plus the shit. Like, nah, bro.
That's a double down.
I'm gonna throw that shit at Johnny Knoxville. Like, yeah, you drink it, motherfucker.
I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is Edwin's Earl.
That's crazy. If he just went like Johnny Knoxville shows it all up, and he just drinks everything, and then
everybody throw up.
It's like,
that's disgusting, yo.
That's the one thing I could do. Snakes falling on my head, no big deal. Rats falling on my head, no big deal. Tall heights, no big deal. Claustrophobic situation, no big deal. Eating nasty shit, I'm out.
Big deal.
I'm done.
Big deal.
You'll get me every time, yo. I can't do it.
That's disgusting, yo. I don't know, man. So I really can't justify a lot of the
You
shit
don't
that be
fuck with Survivor?
Nah, yo, I really don't watch no TV shows, bro. When I was prepping for this one, I found one show that I think I would have watched. It was called Kid Nation, and it's like they drop 10 to 14-year-olds old, 10 to 14-year-olds off in like a Nevada desert, and they got like cameras all over the place, no adult interaction, and be like, survive, nigga. And so it's like a bunch of kids. It's like 40.
Survivor Teenage Edition.
Yes,
Or
that's what I want.
Scared and Afraid or some shit.
Yeah, but these little niggas don't got the mental tools to survive yet. He's like 10 years old. So they just playing basketball and shit. They just chilling, and then
They
niggas
really
get
had a
hungry.
show like that?
Yeah, it's called Kid Nation. Look it up. It's called Kid Nation.
Do they?
And then,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
it's just showing you how people rise to the occasion.
No,
How
but they
quickly-
didn't rise. They didn't rise.
They didn't rise.
They didn't rise.
They had to intervene. Like, for
They had to go get them boys, yeah. They had to go get them up out of there. Because it was the desert, my nigga. It's the desert. The earth on the desert. It's like it was like a little small, like abandoned
dehydration
town.
started setting in. It was a wrap, yo.
Yeah, it was tough. It was like a little settlers town that was abandoned for decades. They dropped them off there, and at first they just chilling, and then after like the third day, niggas niggas hurt, and niggas hungry. You can't catch scorpions at 10. But anyway, yeah. So guys, drop in some of the shows.
That is so fucked up.
I know, yo. Who was sitting there child today? Yo, that's why I wanted to watch.
Hey, that's how you know. It's like your kid gets lost in the desert. Chances are they're dead.
They cooked.
They cooked. They literally are cooked.
Literally.
They're roadrunner food. There's a roadrunner picking at the eyeball.
I'd rather go to Scared Straight than be dropped off in the desert. I don't know if it was punishment or I don't know if it was just.
Yo, those Scared Straights where they had those kids going to jail, remember? And then
yes,
inmates were yelling in your face.
I did one of those when I was growing up, Scared Straight. But I don't know why I guess they proactively was like, these little niggas go to school in Baltimore City. Let's just get ahead of the curve.
So you got yelled at?
Yeah, they sent us to Jessup. It was like, it's not federal prison. It was just like Jessup jail. You got to talk to people. He's like, yeah, nigga, I get my ass stretched every night. Nigga, you want this? I was like, oh my God, no.
And in that moment, Sean decided he wanted to be a stand-up comedian. That was when the light bulb went on like,
thanks, inmate 46207. I appreciate you.
I'm gonna be making fun of you in my future years.
So yeah, guys, let us know what you think. Drop it in the comments some of your favorite reality TV shows, some of the shows that you think changed the trajectory of how TV is done, and set the stage for some of these people that's out here doing their thing on YouTube now. Shout out to everybody that's doing their thing. Before I move on to the next, I forgot to shout these people out in the opening segment, man. Everybody who let me get some time this past week, man. I appreciate you. Shout out to the Port Comedy Club, downtown Baltimore. Shout out to my nigga Teddy K. He runs Mob Town Production with his girlfriend, soon-to-be wife, Miss Noel. Shout out to y'all for letting me get some time down at Underground Pizza at Power Plant Live. And shout out to my dog, Jim Bryan, and Ryan Grimes up in Hanover, PA. We had a great time last night, man. Super duper fun at the Church of Satire Comedy Club in Hanover, PA. If you up there, definitely pull up. It's a beautiful venue, and it's comic owned. It's like buying FUBU for Black people. So if you want to support comedians, go to the Church of Satire and rock out with them.
Shout out to Jessica. I seen your name pop up like 3 or 4 times. Appreciate you coming through and watching some of the episodes.
Thank
you,
I
appreciate you enjoying them and keep supporting y'all and pass the word. Appreciate it. Shout out to Jessica. Peace.
Hell yeah. Shout out to you. I didn't even peep that. I appreciate you. We appreciate you. Anybody who joins our show, man, joins this insanity hive. We appreciate you, and we know you just as fucked up as we are if you sit here listening to this shit. So we love you. It's same shit. We're same.
If you still here, welcome to the Too Late We Said It family. Here you are accepted and loved as you are.
Exactly. No judgment zone. It's the Planet Fitness of podcasts.
Yeah.
All right, Ed, let's keep it rolling, baby. So unless you've been under a rock, as they say, I hate to be cliche like that, but unless you've been under the rock, you know what's going on geopolitically in our world. We are actively, if you're in the US watching this, but if wherever you're watching this from, you're feeling the strains of it. we are actively in a war with our Israeli boys, with our Israeli homies against the country of Iran. It's a war in Iran. It's been going on for about almost 2 weeks now. Uh, Projectiles, missiles going back and forth, war over presumed threats, I guess. But that's not what we're talking about. We're not getting here to be political. Head to Too Late We Said It podcast. Well, how it's affecting us is at the flucking pump. It's driving inflation up for consumable goods as well as gas. Ed. Um, so it begs the question, man: is all of this a the fight for justice and righteousness and all of that, is it a sign that the US is just involved in an organic conflict and we're just trying to fight the good fight, or is this a concocted event or distraction from what's going on with our political leaders and the release of them Schleppstein files? So, do you think that this is just a natural course of the world fighting out its disagreements and its arguments, or was this, uh, selected intentionally to distract from what's going on with some of our political leaders and figureheads across the world? A lot of people are resigning from positions, but I just wanted to check what you thought about that.
I think that this is a result of probably, it could just be one of those things that's opportunistic. Like
Mm.
it could have been organically, or I could just picture like Trump like calling over there, seeing what's going on, do some negotiation and stuff. And he's like, "Oh, by the way, I wonder, you fuck children?" And then
Oh,
boom,
why
just
Trump
like that,
sound
he
like?
sent missiles. Nah, he said that to Trump. He's like, "You
Oh,
fuck
okay, okay.
children."
I
And
see
then
you
Trump's
fucking
like,
up.
"What? What did you say to me?"
Was that Borat on the phone here?
Yeah.
Call Borat.
Then all of a sudden he's like, you know how somebody says, yeah, it's
Nuke 'em.
like you just smack them, and that's basically the country, the political version of a backhand slap.
A backhand slap, a bitch slap. Yeah, yo. I'll be honest with you, bro. I think it's definitely a distraction, man.
I think
We
the distraction part was just opportunistic to me. Is I think it's
really.
a great, an opportunistic thing that came from it, but I can't sit here and believe that. Oh, let's go ahead and just start conflict, or advance conflict for the purpose of distracting the American people.
I think so, bro. I hate to say it, man. I mean, if you look at something, we talked about this at
You're not
length.
the only one that said that. I had a friend, John, at work. He told me the same thing. He's like, "You think this is a distraction from everything that's going on with the Epstein? They're doing a lot of things. They're fucking kids,
Schleppstein.
you know?
T kept it real.
It's a lot more than just fucking kids over there."
It is a lot more, bro. Because that's a cabal up there. If y'all
Yeah.
bound by sin, that's a dirty group, yo. That's a dirty group, and that's a cutthroat group, as
Willing
they
to do
say.
anything to keep it a secret.
No honor amongst thieves. You feel me? So if I gotta put Jeffrey out now, do you think Schleppstein is out the game, yeah? Or you think he's somewhere else, like they used to say about Tupac?
You think they faked his death like Tupac? Hey, it's 2026, man. We could fake anything now. So,
AI.
like, if this would
Yeah.
have been in the 80s and shit, it'd be hard
And this
to
should have
pull
been
that.
in the 80s.
If this would have
Rush,
been like in
rush,
the 80s, it
yeah,
would have been
yeah.
tough to like pull that off, but you can pull it
Society
off
was a
now.
lot dumber in the 80s too, Ed. Like we believed everything, well, majority of what the media put
Yeah,
out to us.
society was more naive because they lacked information.
Right,
Now
exactly.
we're in a society where everybody has even international information faster than somebody that sends an email over the phone, because news travels instantaneously now. Like
Instant. You get
you
alerts.
can send an email to somebody in Australia, and then by the time you blink your eyes, that person's reading the email. It's just
Just like that.
crazy how fast information
Yo,
travels.
did you ever, as a quick little segue, bro, have you ever looked into I know you do cabling, and this is why I asked you that. Have you ever looked into the underwater cables that connect the world, yo? They got those big cables that go under the ocean to connect. It's I didn't know that, bro. It's like we
Yeah,
really are connected for real.
it's complete direct connection,
That's a crazy concept. How did they do that, yo?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you think about it, you have two ways to travel. You got the what's called land travel, and then you got air travel, right? So the
Uh-huh.
satellites, our satellites are what basically grab signal and send signal. So it's like chung, chung, chung,
like a
chung,
reflection.
moving,
So
right?
bing, bing.
Right. So yeah, they're pulling the signal and then and transmitting. So they're receiving and transmitting the satellites, right, in our orbit. And then you got the land connections that's traveling right on the ocean floor, just connecting.
That's wild, brother. Like, how do they keep sharks from gnawing on it and crabs from biting it and shit like this?
Oh, they have no reason to. Them things are encased because it's like armored. So, like, it looks like those are the cables, but it's encapsulated inside of inside of
a
an
jacket.
encapsulation. Exactly. And then and outside the jacket, you got the armor. So you got the jacket is the last protection of the actual cables inside, and then outside you got the armor, and then the armor in that case is like steel.
Corrosion proof and all of
Yep.
that. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So
That's just
they're inside of that. So I mean, you'd go down there with a freaking saw, and you're sawing for years trying to get through that shit.
what if the megalodon down there, the mega bite that
Interestingly, I don't think wildlife really looks at it more other than just another debris in the ocean
that's
to swim
true.
around.
That's true.
So
But
I
I'm
mean,
glad,
the
I'm
little
glad
like
that
those little placodermuses of the sea are down there sucking on the sides of the thing and getting all like the moss that's connect to it. Other than that, they probably keep it clean, if anything.
they keep it clean. They got a job.
They
working
doing
for
their
the
job.
government. That's
Every now
crazy.
and then, when a shark says you're fired, to those I forget those fish that hang on them and just clean their teeth and all that stuff.
Barnacles.
Yeah,
Isn't that
they
what it is?
clean. Yeah, they clean them. They like the shark is like, you're not doing a good job. You're fired. And then they move to like sea pipe duty. They start cleaning.
They on a performance improvement program.
Yeah,
Pip. They on a pip. That's
Yeah.
crazy. So I mean, I honestly believe, man, I really in my soul believe that it's a lot going on. You know, I'm a conspiracy theorist guy. I believe there's so much. It has to be to keep all of this shit going. It has to be more than just what's presented to us, because people are dumb. If it is what it is, we're gonna fuck up somewhere. I believe there is a tribunal that plans our society years in advance, and then we walk into it, and then they begin planning the next phase. It's just too much at stake for it to just.
Wait, think about this crazy theory I just thought of.
Mhm.
What if both countries are in unison with each other, kind of like the WWE, right? And this is all ploy to increase revenue on oil prices. It's like it's a win-win for both sides. It's increased prices over here, therefore they get more profit. And as far as we know, they're in conflict and they're showing bombs. But what if they're just bombing unpopulated areas and just make it look like these many people died? Because in the end, you can finagle numbers now. You can just say 10 billion people died.
How you gonna justify in a bomb?
Like with COVID, can you really
Slovid.
Oh, like with Slovid, can you really pinpoint every single death that occurred and go like as an individual? You can't, because where's the numbers have to all be there. And then everybody that has to be part of putting that data out there, right? There could be some mistakes. We don't know that.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So it could be inflated or deflated. It could be less or it could be more than what they say. Same
To
thing
paint a
with
picture.
Yeah, same thing with wars. They could paint pictures and say this many people died, or say this, or these are the conflicts that we present to you. And then now with the media these days being like caught in many different scandals of spreading mistruths,
Right.
how can we trust the information that we're getting from the internet? Because everybody knows when you Google something, Google is not truthful information. It's just information.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfiltered information. So
It's the library.
It's a place
just
where
pull up.
everybody puts information. So people can put lies in there, people can put truths in there. You have to, that's why it's all about knowing the sources of where the information comes from, because Google is just an engine, like the operator
It's
that
the
connects
trusted
all the lines.
Wikipedia.
Like back in the day, remember when you used to call the phone, you wouldn't call the phone number, you would call the operator and then tell the operator who you want to contact, and then the operator then connects you to that person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now phone numbers are like the digital operators, where it goes to the phone company, and then that phone number tells that phone and redirects it. It's like an AI that does it for us, right? Well, that's what this information is. It's like the internet, like Google is. It's just the central point of information traveling. So you type in a keyword in Google, then anything that has that keyword in it pops up in the search. Right. And the thing that has the highest hits always comes to the top. The truths are not what come to the top. The thing that has the most hits comes to the
clicks.
top. Yeah. So then, therefore, that person is reading the top one, and automatically assume it's got to be true because 10 million people look at this.
And deeper than that, Ed, there are click farms that put that data on it.
Yeah.
5,000 people have clicked this.
So they could rise to the top. Yep.
Yes, sir. So that's why I really don't like we are in the generation of instant gratification. I don't want to do no research. I don't want to have to really look into it myself. I just want you to tell me something quick and something I can digest without breaking my stride. I can keep rolling. I think about that so much, man. People rather be comfortable than righteous, man. And me too. Some, in certain instances, I feel like that too. But it's just sad that, and you talk about this all this time. You talk about it all the time as far as duty to journalism and how it's your duty to be truthful and give true information. But people don't want to do that anymore. People want to get paid quick, and that's why we got those They call them grifters online.
Integrity and profitability. And it's like
Ain't
you
no
have
more
to choose one, because you're not gonna get the big bucks by having integrity and just sticking to clues and to storylines that actually matter. You're gonna go for the fluff or go for the controversy.
Sex sells, and I guess drama does too. So
and integrity period is hard to come out just because people like, what's the price of peace? You know what I mean? Everybody wants peace. We all want it. But sometimes to get true peace, you got to go through turmoil, and people aren't willing to. So they'll defer to the alternate reality of peace, which is just keep turning the other cheek and looking away while others suffer for you to have a little peace. And guess what? Eventually that peace will be disrupted. And it might be worse than what it was. So in the end, I was like, you got to think about the situation. Like, what's the real price of peace? Because you might live the rest of your life with peace, but then your children might be suffering 10 times over from the peace that you gained before they were born.
Exactly. Exactly. That's like a lot of the boomers say that about people. Like, well, I mean, gonna go into that. That's a whole different topic. But so yeah, guys. So let us know what you think about this. Ed feels like this is he doesn't feel like the world would conspire against us to just put the spotlight over here. I think damn well that they would do that because they did the shit in the past. So let us know what you think in the comments. Me and Ed got a rare difference of opinion on something right here. But let us know what you think. Am I right? Ed wrong? Ed right? I'm wrong? Or we both special needs and we both wrong? Tell us what you think on the flip side of that. Yep. Moving on, Ed. Something that I think is not talked about enough, man, and it's hate. Usually we come to this show and it's all love, it's all peace. We are talking about positives and maybe discussing some negative things, but we really don't lean away or into disliking people. But fuck it, this morning or today, we're going to talk about the bastards that we hate in our society. First and foremost, shady ass mechanics, bro. Ooh, woo. Bro, let's talk about it. Certain people in the world that we have to deal with in a professional capacity, working with people, dealing with people, having services done for us or providing services to people that just make flicking life insufferable. People trying to get over on you, trick you, finesse you out of money. In this instance, everybody I'm sure been through this. You go to a mechanic, the oil change. This is a little bit.
I'm trying real hard not to react to that. It's like, my man went in there for an oil change.
Miscellaneous.
And I can live with the shop fees. It's like, all right, cool. $29.95. That's a pretty low price for an oil change. Then add 25. Okay, I live with that. Miscellaneous repairs, $199.
200 band
on the car that only cost him $18,000.
Look at that. That looked like a Focus up that motherfucker.
Okay, so okay, I'll give him $19,000 for the car. $199,000.
That's insane.
Look how happy that dude is. He's like, got him.
He got his own clipboard too. Go check it out. But yo,
and he wins no matter what because you can't pay that, so that he keeps your car.
He
gets your car up and then auctions it off and still gets a profit.
Oh, so is that how it works? If you don't pay your repair bill, they take your car?
They can hold your car, and then after a long over period of time, the car can then be kept
sold
as
off. Oh
the
shit, I
total.
didn't know that. I've always got my shit
It
out, but
depends on the state to state. You know what I mean? Every single location is different, but that's what happens. You can't get your
that's how
car
they get
back.
all those cars in the lot. Ah, it'd be so many cars there for niggas that couldn't pay their
Motherfuckers can't
bills.
even pay it, and they just abandon the car.
Damn.
And then
Okay,
after a
so
certain period of time, the car
they
becomes
know you're
yours
not coming. Yeah.
because it's abandoned.
So building on that, Ed, on top of the shady ass mechanics, who are some other people that you just
Man, mechanics are pretty top, yo. Especially like now, I got a friend at work now. I'm not gonna say his name, but he knows who he is, and he watches our show too, yo. Shout out to you, yo.
shout out to you,
But
bro?
he's
Mystery
going
nigga.
currently through some crazy shit. He has a pickup truck through a
Mm,
shady dealership that had some engine issues, right? So it was deemed, and he had the warranty on the engine. So of course, once they
okay.
deemed the engine was no good, they went to repair it, and they kept it for an exuberant amount of time. I mean, long time. They gave him a rental vehicle in place of it, like a loaner vehicle from
Yeah.
the dealership
Mm-hmm.
to hold on to it while they
A lot of
replaced it.
repairs.
And when they replace the engine, he gets it back. The turbo on the truck's not working, so he brings it back. And then during all that time that happens, because the engine was so faulty, it affected the exhaust system. So then his catalytic converter was bad because it was taking in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the engine then affected their exhaust system.
The
Then because
combustion was
that's
fuck
not
yeah.
part the combustion part. So that's why the catalytic converter went bad. So then he had to eat the cost of replacing that because it
And
wasn't
they not cheap, yo.
because it wasn't part of the warranty. So then now he has to pay that in the engine, and he finally is able to pay it to get his car back, and he drives the car off the lot, and then something's still wrong with it. Guess what? The fucking the pedal was snapped. So now his gas pedal was snapped. So he had to bring it back for him to repair it. And then guess what? He gets it back 2 days later. Guess what? It's still fucked up. He had to take it back. I'm talking about this process took over a year, by the way.
See,
They're
that's and
playing with him, and they use logistics and
stalling
technicalities
tactics.
to force him to like pay stuff. And I'm like, this truck is just a piece of crap, yo. And they
Yeah.
sold it to him, and they should just give him a new one. But they're
At some
using
point, you gotta know when to cut your losses and just get a new car. Cause it's like,
yeah.
because
It's just a
they'll play
horrible
you, man.
situation, yo.
They terrible.
And
Like that's the thing.
everybody at our job feels bad for him, and like we're like, damn, that's fucked up. Like I want to go over there and fight those people for
Yeah,
him.
yo. Because people don't got money like that to be putting thousands of
Yeah,
dollars
yo, it's
into a
like that's
car,
a lot
man.
of stress on somebody. It's like, yo, you just bought this truck and then you have it for like 4 months, and then for a
Oh, it was
year
a
and a
new
half.
truck for him.
Remember, yeah, and he's still paying on the truck.
So he got to pay his insurance.
So he's paying
monthly
insurance,
payment.
his monthly payments while not having the truck.
And that's
then
frustrating, bro.
And then the part where they were done and he had to pay for the catalytic, so he had to buy his own rental vehicle during that period. So now he's paying for his own rental vehicle because he's out of a vehicle while still paying that truck.
And trying to save money to get catalytic converters, which not cheap at all. At all.
Yes.
Shout out to him.
And
man.
then he finally got to the point where he's done and gets the truck back and it's still fucked up.
And they know that because they supposed to road test it before you come pick it up. This is the issues you
I have
still
to take another sip on that.
I ain't mad at you for that one. The ice still strong in that motherfucker.
But
too.
yeah, but anyways, that mechanic to that dealership and to everything you are, yo.
Straight
and
up.
I'm not saying your names out of like respect for me to keep my friend's name out from being out there, but I'm gonna tell you.
You know the name of the mechanic shop?
I know never to go there. I do know that.
That's why it's hard to beat number one, Shady Mechanics. A number two I had up that I had to step back and think because sometimes they do some good is tow truck drivers. Tow truck drivers, oh my God. I can't tell you how many. I hate the motherfuckers who be predatory at night looking to tow you and all that. If you in a handicap and shit like that, that's cool. You can get towed.
He said predatory.
But sometimes, like, I can't tell you how many times I left a bar or a club, and instead of just giving me a ticket, like in a ticketable situation, you told my shit. That's the worst thing, yo.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm stranded on a highway and shit, I appreciate the tow truck driver for helping. But you run around lurking at night, snatching people cars and shit like that. That's fucking
Yo,
repossessions and shit. That's
I
cool.
just like picture the truck driver as a predator. Like targeting the car.
He got on the prowler outfit from Spider-Man and shit.
And you hear the sound of the predator theme when the predator's seeing like his target. Just snatching your car at night.
You standing on top of your car like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It's like, no, that was the Indian dude, remember?
Oh yeah. Well, I wouldn't bet that on a broke dick dog. Yeah, yo. So I'm trying to think who else. You know, something that everybody hates, even from children now, because children got phones, is scam likely. Them motherfuckers calling you for some would you like to buy Viagra? Like, my son is 14. He don't need no damn Viagra.
I'm calling from the state police department. We're wondering if you could donate some money. It's like, you ain't no damn police.
Oh, they be calling you with that.
There be all kinds. I've gotten one trying to see if I donate. I like,
telemarketers, yo.
I was like, I don't even believe you, yo. You just called my number randomly.
Who would donate to that? Somebody call you. If I see the firefighters out in public, you know, sometimes they be walking around on their little islands. I'll drop.
Hey, I do my part. I go to Firehouse Subs and I always round up for the police department for the fire.
I've done my part. Yeah, shout out to the volunteer firefighters. I had a coworker.
You did they have Firehouse Subs up there?
Yeah, but I'll just go to Jersey Mike's. I don't like
no. See, you fucking up. You got to go to Firehouse Subs.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me about
round up so they can, because it's basically proceeds to that business go to the fire department. It's a for us by us restaurant, yo. It's built by the fire department for the fire department, yo.
Who the CEO? That's who getting your roundups. The CEO getting your roundups.
Nah, but real shit though. Jersey Mike's and Firehouse Subs, their parallels are Jersey Mike's got the best cold cuts, and nobody's touching them on a cold cuts. But the hot subs, Firehouse Subs got the best.
What you mean, like the toasted joints?
Yeah, like the warm subs.
Okay,
like cheesesteaks, meatball subs.
Oh, the cheesesteaks good at Firehouse Subs?
Roast beef. Yo, yeah.
Now Jersey Mike's got a joint called the Big Kahuna cheesesteak that I always get, and that's fire. That's the only. I don't get cold cuts from Jersey Mike. I only get the cheesesteak.
Oh, then you're fucking up because the cold steak, their cold cuts is so much better. Yeah. Go to Firehouse Subs, check out their cheesesteaks. They also got great meatball subs too, and they got the
you like their balls?
The roast beef joint with the au jus and shit, the French dips.
You like their balls more than Firehouse? I mean, you like. I ain't tried to bait you in a few episodes. I had to see if he hit me with the paternity face on Maury.
They got the pepperoni. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Don't be bashful.
Moving on.
I got you. Take a sip. Take a sip out the cup. So I said, oh my goodness, yo. So yeah, damn, I forgot what topic we was talking about, Joe. Goddamn, we be getting so damn off topic. Yo, hold on, let me pull up my shit real quick. Oh yeah. So scam likely, we definitely
scam likely.
Another thing that I hate is terrible wait staff. People who acting like just like you bothering them from being there. I done seen waiters, male and female, more times than not, fellas. That be us that be acting shitty. Don't want to run back to the table because you flirting with them little bitches in the back of the house. Let's keep it real. You worried about hunching with your coworkers. Serve the damn table. Get your tips up. You know, yes. It's a Fridays up here in Baltimore.
Yo, could it be though? No, go ahead with the story though.
Go ahead. No. I'm just saying it's a Fridays up here in Baltimore. That's shitty. But go ahead.
No, but you was gonna give me an exact example.
It's a nigga up there that's trash. You know, I ain't read his name tag.
I was saying, could it be that the male servers, is it servers or waiters?
I call them servers.
I don't know which one is acceptable. Let me know in the chat.
Same shit.
Same shit. The servers or waiters, could it be that the male servers could be getting tired of getting outshined by the women servers that get all these tips, and they're trying so hard and they get nothing. So then they become bitter and annoyed because no matter their efforts, they're getting shitty tips.
This brings up something women don't like to talk about: pretty privilege. When you're pretty and you're bubbly, you got on tight pants, your curves are showing,
V-neck shirt,
you're gonna get more tips than a guy. It's harder. For a guy, you're gonna have to come in there, great sir. Anything else I can get you? Would you like a blowjob? Peppermints. You got to go over the top just to get a $5.
Yeah, you gotta be a stand-up comedian to be a good server.
We gonna see. I'm gonna try it
make
out.
Make your clientele laugh and shit. And like,
yeah,
he's so funny. He's like, yeah, you know, and have like all kinds of charisma to be able to. But I think that's in the end, that's what it is. It's about making the person feel important. Sometimes servers don't understand that. It's not about being flirty or being attractive. It's about cutting through. When you cut through, you make that person feel extra important. You make them feel like they're getting better service than everybody else in that restaurant.
I'm special.
Usually that's where my tips usually are reflective on how well that server can make me feel like I'm the most important person in the restaurant.
I know what you're saying.
And
you
if they somehow really make me feel important, where I'm like, damn, they're doing extra for me. And even though they're not, they just make it feel that way. And I don't care if I got conned in that motion, because it's about the feeling. And I appreciate the feeling of feeling like I'm most important. And that's fine. So then my tip will be reflective on that. I'm like, yo, I'm tipping high on this person, you know, because normally I'll tip 18 to 20%. That's normally what I would tip, 18 to 20%. But I'll take 18 to 20, and then I'll tack on a little bit more on top of the 18, 20 whenever I feel that feeling of more important. And regardless of whether it's male or female, that's how I'm going to always do it. And I think that's in the end, I think servers that do that on a consistent basis won't be disgruntled because they feel like they're trying hard. Sometimes trying too hard doesn't achieve that either. It's the moments that you interact with right? Am I wrong here?
You're right on that point. Yes, I give you that. But when you said that it's not about being attractive and flirty, I think it is, bro. I think
it helps.
Yeah, because we wouldn't have restaurants like Twin Peaks and Hooters and shit like that. Like, they just cut the fluff out. Those restaurants cut the fluff out. Y'all come in here to be rizzed up. Y'all come in here to get some juice. You know, but I wonder that's, you bring up a good point, because it makes me think, how do spouses feel about that? This will trend right into our next topic too. Like, if you go to a restaurant with your female spouse, or if you're a female going to a restaurant with your male spouse, if you go there with your husband, and it's a chick come in with a low crop shirt, little shorts on, Dukes with a little bit of arse hanging out the bottom, just a smidget of ass hanging out the bottom.
It's just a little bit of cheeks.
I think that makes it uncomfortable. Like, I've seen some guys, like I've gone to restaurants with couples with parents, and we have our kids with us, and I've seen the man
family night at Hooters.
Yeah, family night at Hooters is crazy. But I'm just talking about like a Fridays or a regular restaurant.
Okay. Oh, and
they get hella flirty with the they get hella flirty with the waiter. Like, hey, wow, well, lucky we got you. I'm like, yo, I couldn't say this in front of my partner. I don't know how niggas be so open with. I guess I don't know. But I think that, it's definitely harder for males, bro. I definitely think it's harder for male because it's a female industry, just like nursing.
I'm always giving like positive energy to any server, male or female. So there's probably gonna be moments where I'm making it uncomfortable, huh?
Well, I mean, your partner knows you. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe your partner knows you. She like, that's just Ed. He's always Ed do that to everybody. It could be a mutant in a wheelchair, and Ed gonna be the same motherfucker that's talking that same shit. So. But I mean, I don't think I could do family night at Hooters. That's
family night at Hooters or Twin Peaks. Could you imagine? Hey, baby, how about we take the family out to eat? And then you don't tell them where you're going. You just pull up at the Twin Peaks.
What are you doing? You picking somebody up? Like, no, that's where we eating at. Right? That's where we eating at. Bon appetit.
Look, meanwhile, this is the husband while he's taking the order. He's like, yeah, I'd like the, like, his eyes are
nigga Stevie Wonder looking at the menu.
I'd like to go ahead and get the mushroom fried mushrooms. Let me also get the mozzarella. Says, babe, you want the mushrooms?
Tell her what I want.
It's like, babe, look at me in my eyes. It's like, I don't want to move them.
I'm gonna just text you what I want, so I ain't gotta look at this. That's crazy, yo.
Just sweat, look, the sweat just dropping down. Yeah, do the Steve Wonder, like
turning the Stevie out that bitch. I'm just so excited to be here. Y'all got any Coke products? Nigga blind as shit at the ordering section. All right, man. So jumping, we spent a little bit too much time here.
A man take his girl to the restaurant, and then just a specific waiter sits in their section, and then while they're eating, right before they leave, like, so sweetheart, how do you feel about breast augmentation? That's like how he brought.
Yes.
So, because then he shows the woman that.
For example, these joints.
For example, these.
Would you say these are healthy?
Yeah, she's already told me, the doctor that she went to. How do you know? I scouted this place out months ago.
Scouted? That's a serial killer right there. Yeah, that's a serial killer. Yeah. Run, ladies, run. We gonna have to talk about that, yo, because I got a daughter, and we'll talk about that in a future episode. But female safety dating tips. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna talk about that in the future. But anyway, speaking of dating, Ed, it's a topic that most people don't talk about, man, but it happens a lot in our society. Me and my niggas, we call it spinning the block. When you with somebody you was with before, you leave and you come back and you start working it out again. This is what happened with my man Nelly and Ashanti. Speaking of breast augmentation, here the titties was look like
glad you mentioned it first.
Then they sprouted. They sprouted into Vegas.
Hey, yo, them titties came up like, rise up, take my people with me.
How they happen like that?
It's called the circle of life, man.
Circle of life.
She had children. You know what I'm saying?
You don't see those.
You don't see those milk veins. You don't see those milk veins in the. I call those milk veins.
The milk veins in the titties. The high was $6.95.
Yeah, most veins carry blood. Those veins carry milk.
We got a specific job.
She's got it, yo. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. It's crazy. But
now let's go back to the picture real quick.
Okay.
Let's recognize how good they both look. You know what I mean? They age really well, both of them, in my opinion.
Nelly aged very well, Paul.
Yeah, if anything, Nelly looks better than Ashanti's older self than
well, you can
Ashanti,
see,
right?
You can see Ashanti got some lip work done. You can see she got some nose work done for sure.
You can see the nose work for sure.
The cheekbone.
She could argue that's just the makeup, that she put the line for definition for lighting, and it looks like her nose is done, but it's not done. But then again, I don't know.
That's an argument nobody gonna listen to, Ed. Nobody's gonna believe that. Niggas gonna be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Nelly aged well, and I mean Ashanti aged well too, but but yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. Huh?
It's harder on women in the entertainment industry. Let's keep it 100. You have to keep a certain, like everybody can't get the Matthew Stafford. All men, Matthew Stafford got his chin done. Tom Brady got his shit done. So
they did. I didn't even know that shit.
Go look at Tom and go look at Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford, you could definitely see he got his shit LA'd. He was in LA.
He got the Batman package.
Yeah. He got the Matt Rife chin.
He got the Bruce Wayne package. All right, we can get the picture off you.
Okay,
like, I'm about to lose my vision.
Yeah, stop looking at the milk highways, the milk lanes.
My eyes getting teared up and shit.
I'm surprised you ain't take a sip out the cup, nigga. The cup was like, put them titties back on the screen, mama. But anyway, speaking to the topic. So it's a big thing, man. People break up. And you start new relationships, but my question is, can the baby mama or baby daddy, is that window to spin the block always open? Meaning that even though, and I'm gonna talk about experience that I had, but even though you separate and move on, your baby moms or your baby dad can always come back around to either reinitiate a relationship again or just to be hunching. Y'all might just be hunching again on a low behind the scenes. So I say yes. I say that if you with somebody, you need to be aware if they got a children's mother or a children's father, because I feel like that's an emotional tie that's gonna be always there. Now, unless the motherfucker emptied your bank account, fucked your mom or dad behind your
Yeah.
back, stole your car. If they ain't do no grimy shit, and even still, I think you know sometimes people spend a block. But if they ain't do no disqualifying shit like that, you got to be careful because that door is always open and that attachment is still there. So tell me what you think about it, and then I'm gonna tell you an example what happened to me, bro.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, like early on, like when me and my son's mother, when we've been together and apart in 2 different cycles
Okay.
in our journey together. So the first time that we broke up, then I started dating somebody else, and at the time my son was an infant, so
Mm,
we was at, I can't remember whose house we were at, but anyways, in any case, it's a mutual location, right? So my son's mother shows up while I'm there with my new girlfriend,
mhm.
and she decides that she's about to exploit some shit. So she starts like getting flirty with me and stuff, and like
Oh,
sitting
shit.
on my lap, and I'm trying real hard to like not cause conflict with her, but at the same time
Crucial
respect the woman
conflict.
I'm with. So yeah, it was definitely crucial conflict. But then at the same time, I was like, damn, like she just letting this happen. I'm like, yo, it was a lot going on with the situation. So I basically told her, you mind not sitting on my lap, please? Oh, I don't want to disrespect your girl or anything. My bad. He with you and everything. And she was testing the waters. But the thing
I
was,
don't want to disrespect.
I knew information of the situation more than my current girlfriend at the time, was that my son's mother got hands. So I was doing everything I could to keep any conflict from happening because I already knew who was gonna win that fight. Like I was like,
Clarissa Shields.
so I was giving her these looks like, don't do it. Like, and I'm so happy that she seen the look on my face and knew not to say shit.
To let you
You know what I'm
handle it.
saying?
Yeah.
Yep. So once I saw she backed off and she just kind of like let it happen, I was like, now that I got the situation, then I handled the situation accordingly. But I didn't want to do abrupt because then I would have caused conflict because she was waiting for me to either react crazy or the other girl to act crazy. So I had to be diplomatic, and it was crazy because I was going, please don't, you're gonna get your ass beat in the name of Jesus. So I was able to get out of that situation. But the crazy thing is, after she was gone, then it was an argument ensued between us. She was like, how could you let her just? It's like, listen, I didn't see that coming, but I also couldn't just react quickly because she was looking for a reason to fight you.
You probed it. Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, I had to play this off, So I gave her a small victory to keep her from wanting to fight you.
To keep the
Because
peace.
if I'd have took her off my lap immediately, then she would have just started fighting you.
Why you acting like that? Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because
So I knew. So she felt like she won because she punked her, because she sat on my lap and she didn't do shit. But that was kind of what I wanted her to feel, so that way she wouldn't engage in a fight. Yeah. So see, but in that case, like I always have a love for her, and it's crazy because at one point, like I always thought we'd get back together. So yeah, there's always in the back of your mind because you have this connection. That's your child's your child's parent. You know what I mean?
You went through that birthing process.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, I never would disrespect who I'm with for that reason. Exactly. Like I wouldn't cheat on them, but if it got to a point where it was uncontrollable, then I'd be like, look, that means I'm not ready to move on. So usually what I would do is take the opportunity to say, look, this happened and I came close to possibly cheating on you with my son's mother. So because of that, I feel like either we should take a break or I respect what you want to do here, but I don't feel like I'm strong enough to be able to be respectful to you and fight that temptation. So it's one of those things where you got to recognize that. But I think that in some cases, those relationships evolve. Like in my mom and my dad's case, they became like the best of friends, almost like brother and sister. The relationship evolved into that, but it took time to get there.
Right, exactly.
It didn't just happen right away because it took longer for my dad than my mom, obviously, because she's the one that broke it off. So usually the person that breaks it off, it's easier for them to move on than the person that didn't.
Because they've been planning for it. Let's keep it 100. They prepped for it, and your dad probably he got hit with it, but she might have had
he got
a
hit
year
with it,
to plan it.
Exactly. So that person, there's always one person gonna take longer. And then finally my dad accepted it, and then he moved on and got remarried. And then that's when the relationship started to evolve. But even in the beginning, my mom used to play games with my dad's new wife. She would, my mom was kind of grimy for that. Not grimy, but petty. Like she said,
She's
I
just
could
being
take,
a woman.
she just let her know, like, I could take him back anytime I want.
Oh shit. I don't want your man,
some crazy shit.
but
Like
I
my
got it
mom
like
was a
that.
trip for that, yo.
See, that's how they be, yo. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Ed. That's what I'm saying. So
but that was in the beginning, because that's how relationships are, though. You know what I'm saying? Because
shout
you
out to
always
your
have that
mama too, yo. Shout out to your mom,
incident.
yo.
But I mean, now as we sit here and we look at it, it's like their relationship evolved to more like brother and sister type relationship. And
Now
I
that
mean,
you're
that's cool.
older, you can see it different.
Yeah, you could see how the relationship evolved. But I remember in the beginning when I was young, those moments and the interactions between my two moms. And I thought it was funny, to be honest, because in the end, you can't blame either one of them.
Right.
You really can't blame them, because in the end, it's just natural, yo. It's natural, and in the end, it's just that energy. You're trying to make sense of how you once seen this person as your partner, and now there was someone else, and it's different because you're okay with not being with them until you see them with someone else.
Until you see it,
and now suddenly you want them again. It's just a weird freaking dynamic, and it takes a while for that to evolve. And I mean, thank God now it never came to like it never came to a crazy point between like my mom's like being at each other's throats.
Yeah,
but chaos. It's still like I still think to this day there's still not a 100% connection between them two. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. Ain't no blueprint to this shit.
I know how my mom sees my dad's more like a brother now, but it's still I feel like
she'll give him
my
that.
Dad's wife still don't believe that, but it is what it is. You're gonna believe what you come, because I think my mom created that energy in the beginning, and because she created that energy, she'll never lose that energy. Will always be there. You know what I'm saying? But
I think Papa Nevado can still get that monkey if he want. You know what I mean? I know he can still get that up in there if he want.
Hey, I don't know
if you won't.
That's not for me to know, man. That's between them.
You the child at the Hooters table. You just watch.
I'm still the little kid in the situation. I'm just a kid with a gray beard. It's like, who knows? And you know, and secretly, when you're a kid, you always want your parents to get back together. And I mean that rings true. So that also makes it harder for your disconnect as the parents with each other. When you see your kids are rooting for y'all to get back together, it kind of like it makes you have a false reality going. What's the reason why I'm attracted to my son's mother? Is it because my kids want it, or is it because I want it?
Right. It's a tough dynamic.
Sometimes parents want what the kids want because they just want the kids to be happy, and that can cause confusion too.
And be a worse situation for the kids, man.
Yeah, honestly. But I think if both parties understand that energy is always going to be weird, then it helps you navigate it. You know what I mean? You can't take shit personal, because in the end there's a different connection there, and I think that's where I look at everything.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's true.
That's just that's nature of all. We're both parents, and we're both at this point single parents, so we understand that there's a dynamic when you move to that.
It's crazy, man. So yeah,
it's hilarious though, seeing that type of drama.
It's not always funny, yo, because what happened to me, man, I was dealing with this girl, man, and she was a single mom, and you know, she told me all of the horror stories. Yeah, my baby daddy ain't shit. He doing this, he ain't shit. He fucking with these hoes, just making the nigga seem like a demon, right? So I'm like, okay. So we give it a chance. We talking, we working things out. Let me just put this out there. But we talking, we trying to have a little relationship, right? So we about 4 or 5 months in. And I call her one night, and her baby daddy pick up the phone, and I'm like, "Hello, Sabrina." She like he pick up the phone like, "She with her family, nigga," and just hung up the phone on me, yo. I was looking, don't you try to hold it like that, I was hurt, nigga. I was crushed. I didn't even get a conversation. I just got, hello. So, hey, what's up, Sabrina? I don't care if you hear this, bitch.
I was just supposed to laugh right now. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm about to cry on camera. He said, she with her family, nigga, and just hung up, nigga. Immediately when he hung up the phone, I heard Carl Thomas playing, nigga. And I wish I never met her at all, even though I was hurt, yo. And how in my mind, I'm like, how do I call back? I can't. I can't hit her up no more. And she never called me again.
And I just heard Jay-Z's remix. It gets better. Order another round. It's about to go down. I'm a hustler, baby.
I just want you to know. And I took this bitch out to eat. I was doing things, and I can't even get I'm back with this nigga. It's this nigga pick up the phone. Oh no, go.
It was like,
that hurt my soul, yo. It hurt my soul.
I just want you to love me for who I am. And with all this cash, I replaced your man.
Oh, at least they ain't called me on the. They could have hit me with the Too Late We Said It show ending. They could have picked up on FaceTime and was like, peace.
Yo, he could have. It's like, hey, turn on your camera, nigga. Turn on the camera. Peace.
Yo, that's so disrespectful. I'd have drove over there, yo. I'd have drove over there, yo. If they said peace on camera to me, yo, hugging and shit, I'd have been like, oh yeah, somebody gotta die, nigga.
That's messed up, Sabrina. I'm glad I never dated anybody named Sabrina. Now I know why.
What's up? Hey, you bitch. But yeah, yo. So let us know.
Make sure the camera showed just enough of the cleavage so you can see the milk veins.
Oh no. They fucking no. They not out to eat. They in the house. Oh my goodness, yo. So yeah, tell us what y'all think about that, man. Do y'all think that once that door is closed, does it stay closed for good? Or, should you be aware if you're dating somebody with kids? And it's definitely if it's a recent split, like if we just broke up 3 or 4 months ago, I'd certainly think that window of opportunity is going to be open just because of traumatic experience, what I had seen.
The thing is that you have less margin of error, I would say, is because of that.
What you mean?
Your less margin error is like you can't do any questionable shit in that relationship, especially early on. You got to establish yourself because any sign of insecurity can and will be a catalyst to that possibly happening. And I
wasn't insecure.
You can't. No, I know that you weren't.
But I wasn't secure either.
Look, in that situation, it was just dude understood the assignment. He's like, I'm about to lose her for good. So he must have came with a grand gesture. Like, you gotta just think, like, what could he have possibly done? He came with a grand gesture and used their history to supplant any possible future with someone else.
Got me up out of there.
He didn't give you enough time to establish yourself. That's why.
Bro,
that's why I was talking early. How long were y'all talking?
I was talking to him for like 5 months.
5 months?
And this nigga just came back.
He supplanted you that quick?
Maybe he had been building. All I know is that night I heard this thing on the phone. Like, she wasn't even talking about like the first couple months.
Let's try to unpack this. So just everything was going great from what you thought, and then you just happened to call her just to like
just a regular call,
just a regular. Hey, I'm just calling to check with you, and
So hold on. So listen, she had got off work. She said, "I'm getting off work at 6." I was like, "All right, bet." That's it. So it was like 8:30. I hadn't heard from her. She got off at 6. She usually texts me like, I'm on her way home. Nothing. So I hit up like 8:30 just to be like, hey, how was work? Da-da-da-da-da. I should have just texted. That's where I fucked up at. But I called. I'm like, pick up. Hello? Sabrina. She with her family, nigga. Mr. Telephone Man.
That was the last
wrong with my life. When I call my baby number, it's a nigga on the line. That shit hurt, yo.
Telephone man.
Jesus Christ, it hurt, yo.
So that was the last you ever heard of her?
That was the last I heard. I couldn't call back after that. Ed, what am I supposed to say?
No, I'm just saying, like, she never
still over there.
So she never took the opportunity to call you back and give you at least an explanation. So you never got closure for that.
Out. That was the end of Sabrina. Yeah. I hope you die, bitch. I'm sorry. Edit that out.
I feel terrible, yo.
Nah, yo. But that's what I'm saying. So that's the game. I've seen this happen to so many guys and women too. Women, this can happen to you. You meet a guy and you think he this good guy. He done met with his baby, he split with his baby mom. He fucking his baby mom still. They might get back together. It's affairs of the heart are always a dirty game, bro. It's always a dirty game. So shout out to your mom for not doing that to your dad. You were right. You were a real one, mama. You were mama. So yeah, man, let us know in the comments, man. Do you think it's safe dating somebody who recently split with their not just an ex, but when children are involved, a baby mama, baby daddy, spouse with kids, whatever
It's
you want to call
definitely a
it.
lot more complicated than the standard just
No strings
moving
attached
on next
breakup.
girl, because there definitely are strings attached. You're gonna have to get along with that person, because if that person is a good parent, they're gonna be around. So you have to understand that going in. And if you don't want to, it's best to just cut ties right off the break.
Right off the break. Yeah. Yeah. Facts. Because
That's
this is
just
gonna happen. You
immediately.
said
As soon as someone says, "Hey, I have a child," that's why it's important, ladies, to you're in the first date. It's not a good idea to tell them that you have kids. Like bullshit.
it.
In the first date, find a casual way to include that in that shit, especially if they don't know. Because
Right.
why would you fucking extend this any longer? And
On
you
a
find
lie.
out 2 days later. So that means that you're just with them for the free meal and shit. If that's the case, then you shouldn't even be with them in the first place. If that's what
Yeah.
you're there for.
Don't
Just
be
date.
Sabrina and guys out here, ladies.
Then
Don't Sabrina.
don't turn these dates into long-term relationships if you're just there for the free meal, because there's no other reason to hold that information to begin with.
Right. Yeah.
You just casually say, like, I have kids and this and that. You don't have to
And
go
even
into
then you can still get
details.
finesse. So
You don't have to go into details. You just say, "Hey, I'm willing to talk about it more, but I just want to let you know I am a single mom."
yep.
Because that motherfucker ain't with it, then enjoy the end of your date and never see him again. Because then no one's heart is at play. No one's heart is in jeopardy.
Everybody
It's just a fucking date. So I
hurts.
think that's part of the reason why is like understanding what you got and accepting it. And when you accept it, don't fucking complain.
Yep. Because you knew what it was. You
You
still
knew what
walked
it
into it.
was. Don't fucking complain. Understand the situation, and if you accepted it, then learn how to navigate it accordingly. And that's it.
Factory. I agree. So let us know in the comments what y'all think about the topic. Can you date? Should you be expecting the speed bump down the road if you hunching with somebody with kids? And just how y'all think about that. Let us know what you think. All right, Ed, here we are, baby. Here we are, baby. You already know what time it is. It's my favorite part of the show. Everybody's favorite part of the show. Make sure y'all like this up right now. You know the algorithm check where y'all like it at. So like up right now, like up right now, like up right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the world renowned, still holding it down, holding the motherfucking crown. It's Papi's Sport. Ed, here we are in the NFL free agency, man. We try to talk about other sports, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't fuck with nothing but football, baby. So this is where I be keeping it at, man. We are in the throes. Last Monday was the beginning of the NFL free agency. It was a lot of moves that were on the table. Some went to fruition, some were pulled back, but here we are. Moving pieces in the NFL. Some people are staying put. Some people have found themselves in new homes. I just wanted to talk about for a second. On me and Ed is going to talk about some of the biggest moves in free agency so far this year. It's only a weekend, but we've already had some major names moving. For one, the Super Bowl MVP, Kenneth Walker, K9, has found himself with the Kansas City Chiefs from the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks. But Ed, what are some other big moves in free agency? I know just one you want to talk about specifically, but what are some big moves in free agency that are notable so far that you've seen?
I think a notable move is I saw that the Commanders signed Odafe Oweh to $100 million contract, which I thought that was an interesting
Chargers
move.
or the Commanders?
The Commanders. Odafe Oweh was with the Chargers via trade, but after he was on his last year of his contract, and then the Commanders ended up signing him to $100 million deal based off of his half season. So I thought that was an interesting trade because I felt like, did he deserve a contract? Sure, but that was pretty high.
Million?
But he's got a lot to prove there because man, Odafe, he got a big contract, surprising, just like the Danny Dimes. The Daniel Jones is another pretty surprising contract, although he did play well. Me and you both know that Jonathan Taylor was a huge part of that offense.
Facts.
And whenever Jonathan Taylor was not a factor, the Colts offense seemed to sputter. And 100%. That kind of is just the reality of things. Now, if they can find a way to impose balance there and because they're putting too much on Jonathan Taylor, and they want that running back to be as impactful, then they need to find a way to incorporate the offense so that, like how the 49ers use Christian McCaffrey. You know what I mean? Still incorporating a lot of offense, but also take a lot of the load off of him, so he's not paused, so he's not like taking as many hits as he's doing. So but the most interesting thing that happened this free agency is a Max Crosby ordeal. Now, as I expressed, those 2 first rounds was a shocker to me because the Ravens just don't give up their first round pick, let alone 2. And they did, and I was like, this means a lot of things. In which case, we find out later that they did restructure Lamar's contract, so that way they freed up about $40 million in cap. So that worked out in order to free up the space for Max Crosby. And then they were planning on signing Trey Hendrickson as well. Unfortunately, Max Crosby did not.
Well, they were trying to get both of them.
Yeah, that was the gist of it. So then when he failed his physical, they went ahead and signed Hendrickson. And it's something we don't know all the details. We just know that pending the physical, that gave them the right to say something. They saw something in that injury they had in the surgery that he had just had in the offseason as a red flag. And they didn't want to take the chance of, what if he does not make it the whole season and losing 2 first rounders, and then also be hit with that cap situation that he also comes with. If he doesn't even play the whole first season of his contract, that would be devastating. One, the fan base will lose their minds, and then that would be the worst move of all time. So rather than take the risk, they just decided to just DX the deal.
And even if he wasn't hurt, Ed, I think that was still a bad trade.
It just him coming off an injury.
2 first, big contract. Now, if it was Myles Garrett, you talking about Myles Garrett, vintage Aaron Donald, something like that, cool. But Max Crosby,
because Myles Garrett also has been healthy and strong from year to year.
That's what I'm saying.
Where Max Crosby just had a slightly lower end year than he normally has because he was playing through injury, and how much of that injury impacted any long-term injury, because he was injured for half the season. He kept playing. Then they shut him down at the end of the year, which he complained, which kind of tells us like maybe he wasn't that hurt, but he still needed a procedural done.
Right.
Which means that how much damage did he do to that freaking knee while he was playing through it?
He's had a ton of surgeries too, bro, in his NFL career.
Yeah. So if they go in there and they say, oh, we see a lot of scar tissue or something not right with his reaction time to his leg, then I was like, we're not getting the top end Max Crosby. What's the point of trading 2 first rounders and being on the cap for $30 million?
Crosby,
yeah. So I think that they did the right thing.
So what does that say about the Ravens org though? Because a lot of people have been saying the Ravens are trash for that. Yeah.
That's because the NFL is throwing that, and they're trying to create this into some negative thing. But that's why there's a term period between the 11th and the tampering period. That means that we could make verbal deals, but until it's official, you don't have to. Now, a few years ago, that same thing happened with Zadarius Smith agreed to terms with us, and then right before it was official, he backed out and then signed with the Vikings. Nobody was calling him a piece of shit for that.
Well, that's on him, though. Are we talking about an organization?
It's about the same thing happens within a verbal agreement versus an actual thing.
Same shit.
Now it says pending physical, so they have the right to evaluate that player. If they feel like that player is not up to standard to what they would give up 2 first rounds for, they have perfectly the right to say, nah, we pass.
Because it ain't official
and
yet.
I think it's smart, because you're not gonna take that risk unless you know it's going to pay dividends. And if you happen to have information telling you this might not work out for us, why you can still do the deal?
Yeah, why still go through it hard-headed?
Yeah. I actually appreciate that Costa did that. And then with us getting on this cap space, now we have something to move for. We still got our top pick. We got top 15 pick.
Yep. So let's talk about. So I think that was a smart move to back out of that trade. I never feel like you should just do something if you got a gut feeling like. I thought it was too much for 2 first round picks anyway for a defensive player. I think that's too much anyway. But we'll see what pans out. I wonder how Lamar feels about it, because he was excited Max Crosby was coming. He was juiced
but we got Trey Hendrickson, so.
That's not the same shit. That's not the.
It's
They
not.
both white.
It doesn't have to be the same thing. It doesn't have to be the same shit because you're not looking at no two players are going to be the same. But if you go by the numbers, Trey Hendrickson is slightly behind Max on pressures, on quarterback pressures, and disruptive plays and tackles for loss. Max Crosby has the highest, obviously, even higher than Myles Garrett for tackles for loss because he has a high motor. But Trey Hendrickson is a similar type of player, and we don't need him to be the best defensive player. We just need a player that's going to constantly be a nuisance in the backfield. Yeah, disruptive. So that way our defense, our secondary can do their job. So I think Trey Hendrickson is a solid pickup. You look at it like this, keeping both your first round picks.
That's huge.
Your cap hit is $10 million less.
Yeah. Lamar gave you more space to work.
Yep. And you got more space to work with, and you're keeping your 2 first rounders. I think that's a great, a solid trade-off. You know, losing Max Crosby, at least we got Trey Henderson. At least we got somebody in there to fill the void. And we got Mike Green and Tavius Robinson, which I think are 2 up-and-coming pass rushers that can benefit from someone like Trey Henderson being on the roster. Yeah, you don't have to believe it, but watch Mike Green work.
You're going 7-9. Ravens going 7-9.
Nah, double digits.
Let's talk about some other moves. So Kyler Murray went to the Minnesota Vikings. Do you think he is going to supplant what's the young boy name out there? JJ McCarthy? You think Kyler's going to take over, or will Kyler Murray be the second string quarterback behind JJ?
I think that he brings an interesting thing there because that means now we have a quarterback what is it? Not controversy, but competition. And I think competition is we're gonna see who deserves it. Kyler Murray's a proven starter, so him going in there is gonna make JJ either earn that job or it's okay if JJ is not the starter next year. You know, because this is his 3rd year, and if he doesn't win it, he'll have an opportunity to really be the quarterback of the future if he can accept being behind Kyler Murray. But I think Kyler Murray's not going to win that job. I think JJ is going to keep it.
Yeah,
I think that the competition is going to make JJ better. And Kyler Murray's imagine having Kyler Murray as your backup quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's going to. I don't think JJ McCarthy's going to start.
It's a 1-year deal too, as well. So that lets you know it's like Kyler Murray's going to be there for 1 year stop, and he there's going to be a point where JJ might do some have a shitty game, and they put Kyler in there and see what happens, and he could be the savior. And next, he's a trade piece before November. I have a feeling that Kyler Murray's not going to be on the Vikings by the end of next season. I think he's going to be there, and
sort of like what Sam Darnold did.
Yeah,
go there, show your work, and then get up out of there.
Before November, we might see a team that made a bad decision on like the Colts, and Danny Dimes ain't cutting it. Now all of a sudden they just traded for Kyler Murray.
Maybe we'll see. In that same vein, let's talk about Tua. Tua Tagovailoa has signed with the Atlanta Falcons. Somewhat the same situation there. JJ McCarthy being a young gun, Kyler coming in. What's his name? Michael Penix Jr. being a young gun, Tua coming in. Same situation there. Do you see that being the same type of play out?
Situation? Yeah, but I think that Tua's stock is not as high as Kyler Murray's as far as because one, he's got all those. Everyone's talking about like his head injuries and all this, and also he had a bad year last year as far as optics. This dude showed to be a poor teammate last year, throwing his teammates under the bus every chance he got. Being too cocky and not realizing that his play was part of the problem, not accepting the fact that he was a big problem in how he was executing the offense and being a turnover machine, not taking it well, not taking criticism well. So he's got a lot more to prove than Kyler Murray. And I think Kyler Murray just had a bad go of it. But Kyler Murray has way too much talent to just count him out. I think him being on another team is going to give him a moment where he doesn't have that pressure on him. And we'll see how he can grow from it. And I think he still will be a starter in this league at some point somewhere else. Someone's going to fuck up on their quarterback decision-making. Also, look at the Steelers. Look at the fucking Steelers. We might see them trading for Kyler Murray somewhere in the season. We don't know what the Steelers are going to do. They got Aaron Rodgers over there holding them hostage. You got Mike McCarthy over there. He's going to get desperate. OP will get desperate. When shit starts going south, OP will get desperate. And Mike McCarthy was like, yo, call up the Cardinals now.
Send it.
So the Miami Dolphins got Malik.
That's what I was going to ask you about next. Yeah. Go ahead.
I think he's gonna light it up over there in Miami.
We'll see, man. I'm interested. I wanted him to get a chance, and I think he's going to start. I don't think they got anybody else. Like who's the? I don't think the backup.
They got rid of
there
Tua. Nah, their backup situation is so terrible. That's why Tua didn't come off the field.
Okay, so
they
Malik
didn't have nobody.
Yeah, but Malik is the guy now. So we'll see, man.
Malik Willis, I have high expectations for him. Let's see what he can do with it. But we'll see.
Prayers up. And then lastly, what you think about Geno headed back to New York, man? Poor Geno Smith, man.
Full circle moment for Geno, going back to the team that drafted him. That's how you know his career is finally coming to an end. It's going back
on my way home.
His career got destroyed the moment he was drafted by the Jets.
So he went to the Jets. Then he went. Where did Geno go? Geno was all over the place.
Geno's been all over the place.
To Seattle.
Yeah. Well, that's where he ended up, where he started doing well. But I think he went to the Raiders at one point, didn't he?
Yeah. See, he just left the Raiders, so it was Jets.
No. Seahawks. I'm talking about before that. Let me see. He went somewhere before the Seahawks.
Let me see.
Was it the Giants? Yeah, he was with the Giants. He was a journeyman for a second. Then Seattle got him. Then he was over there as a backup for a couple years before he finally got the starting job.
Austin and them boys. Career.
Yeah, West Virginia University. I met Geno Smith.
I remember you
Geno
told me.
Smith and Tavon Austin were playing fucking Madden in their dorm, yo.
Yeah, you're right.
That internet.
So he went from the Jets to the Giants to the Chargers.
To the Chargers and then
Seahawks, to the Raiders, and now he back.
Yep.
Wow, man, that's a true journeyman moment, man. So it's a lot going on, man.
He had a good moment in Seattle where he had a great season.
Yes.
He showed who he was. But the Raiders, that kind of was just a mess going on over there. He went to a mess. It's like he wasn't the quarterback that's going to just take you out of the weeds. You have to have a solid, stable situation. Now, if the Jets can stabilize what they got going on over there, Geno does have opportunity to do something. But
nigga, please. Excuse me.
Hey, don't count him out. It is the Jets.
Are you doing this again? Who was your team last year? You kept having faith for. I can't remember it.
It's the Jets.
You kept believing in certain.
Was
it the Jets? It was the Jets. They're gonna turn it around, man. Get the fuck out of here. Look, you had to take a sip. That's the lock up right there.
Now with Geno, they're gonna do it.
Get the fuck out of town, yo. Y'all got the Ravens got Snoop back. They re-signed Snoop, Tyler Huntley. So I think that's a great compliment to Lamar.
I think that is because he fits that system well. He understands what's going on, and he blends with the locker room well. And because he has the locker room's respect, it's nothing better than him going out there and he had that one bad game with the Bengals where he fumbled at the goal line, and that was his one determining factor that where people were like, fuck Tyler, that. But since then, I mean, you can see he's all heart. He comes from the same he's from South Florida, just like Lamar. So him and Lamar have a good friendship. So I think that's good. Re-sign him. It keeps everything chill over there. As far as keeps
it He knows the playbook, so we'll see. In LA, it hasn't been too much on the, we got Statty. We going all in for Statty. We are trying to actively right now, dog, get AJ Brown. So if we get AJ Brown, we got Puka, Devontae, AJ. We locked up our corners in the back. We got another white linebacker though, yo. We just keep signing white linebackers, yo. I don't know if Sean McVay racist in that realm. I don't know if he don't trust black people.
I mean, if it was Luke Kuechly, you would be happy.
Yeah, nigga, if it rained pussy, I'll be happy too outside, but it ain't. I'm not trying to hear that. If the fuck out of here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens on that end. I don't think the Daniel Jones experiment is going to pan out. So I'm just excited to see what happens in the off season here, man. I'm trying to see if there's any other big name signings that happen. Ton of defensive signings, but we don't have enough time to get into all of that. But yeah, man. Any other big ticket trades or anything you want to speak on, Ed, as far as a free agent?
What crazy?
I'm looking at the tracker. It's tons of moves, but it's like names.
Yeah, speak one.
They call these Jags just a guy. They bringing in just a guy. It's like I'm looking. Of course, Kenneth Walker, the NFL, the Super Bowl.
Oh, MVP. Kenneth Walker going to the going to the Chiefs. Kenneth Walker also got the MVP. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
for the Super Bowl MVP. I mean, he was a big part of why the offense was why we even had offense in the first half of that game. Because man, they were running. I mean, until the Seattle's defense started like showing themselves in the second half and getting points on the defense. But man, Kenneth Walker going to the Chiefs, but I think that's a great because he just bounced from one Super Bowl team to another Super Bowl contending team. So he can't be too mad. But I wasn't feeling happy about how his press conference went when he agreed to terms. He's like, "Oh, it's a winning organization." I was like, "You just left a winning organization. You just went to an organization that went from a non-winning team to a winning team with Mike McDonald and instantly to the Super Bowl the second year. So they have become a winning organization. So he could have stayed there. Now, whether or not they offered him the money or not, that's to be seen. But the point is, he went to Chiefs. But him to say, "Oh, this is a winner," it's easy to decision makers. This is a winning organization. They've been to lots of Super Bowls, but they just missed the playoffs.
Just won the Super Bowl.
And you're basically Isaiah Pacheco 2.0 now over there.
Yeah,
you're not going to get as much touches, which it might be good for him.
Yeah. So we'll see how it plays out.
But he's a dynamic runner. So I mean I think he's an improvement from Pacheco. Pacheco is a grind out, like smash you type of runner. Yeah. And Kenneth Walker has smash ability, but he also is
smarter.
Yeah. And he runs and has good vision. So which it will be better for the Chiefs type of offense, where I think Isaiah Pacheco, where did he end up going? Did he go to Seattle?
I think he went to the 40.
Oh, he went to the Lions.
Oh, yes, he did.
The Lions is a smash mouth type of football team. And who did the Lions lose? Didn't they lose
David Montgomery?
Yeah, so he takes David Montgomery's spot. I think he's gonna fit that role just perfectly fine.
That's what they're looking for, a little smash and grab team. Smash and dash.
That dude's a hard runner, man. He's an angry runner. He runs.
He's the black Cam Scatterbo.
Yeah. Nah, he's the
Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
My fault. Boricua.
Hey, he's a Boricua.
Don't let me Mexican.
I'm always gonna root for I'm always gonna root for Pacheco, because got Puerto Rican roots and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Boricua.
Nueva York. No doubt. All right, guys. Well, that brings a conclusion to, I always love digging into this to see what Ed thinks behind the ears when it comes to sports. But this has been another rendition of Papi's Sports Talk. Hold on, you can go ahead.
You just have the same gap in between claps.
I know it's the same gap. I gotta let it span out. People be asking me, they be like, "It's Papi Sports Talk, nigga. You ain't Puerto Rican." I'll be like, "Papi right here, nigga. Stop hating, nigga. Papi right here. Nigga. I'm with Papi. Pause, nigga. Fuck you mean,
nigga?" You gotta always point the opposite way. You gotta point the opposite way of the way.
Papi over here.
Yeah.
It feel on my screen, you right here, but whatever. We'll see. We'll see on the playback. So yeah, man. Ed, what you got coming up this week, man? Anything you want to let the fans know about? Any new music? Any OnlyFans content dropping?
Man, I have 2 songs that I'm sitting on, but I haven't took the opportunity to really sit down and like dive into writing them. But I know once I do, I know your
schedule been crazy, bro.
It's just been the past couple of weeks, like work's been consuming. I got a lot of stuff to think about and deal with when it comes to this project as we're getting deeper into the project that we're on. Everything's getting more stressful because we're just working behind a tighter time schedule, and now as we're getting into crunch time, I'm probably not gonna have time to sit down too much. So all the time I have left is to do this podcast.
Thank you for relax. Being with us.
So I'll get around to it, but when I find some time, I'll probably sit down and but I got 2 songs I'm sitting on. The hooks are already done and recorded. I just gotta write the verses.
No doubt, man. I ain't got really shit going on. I don't think nothing to push. I got a private show Wednesday, but it's closed to the public, so you can't pull up if you wanted to, nigga. And then there's some other stuff going on, but that'll be for next show.
God, please help Sean remember his mic, so that we can get some more content. Like we dropped one content, people liked it.
I know, yeah.
We need to drop more.
I'm gonna upload it. The room last night it had good acoustics. I'll say that. So I'm gonna upload it.
We'll see how that.
It might sound good. So it was a 20.
I hope it does.
20 something minute set. So we'll see. Maybe, and I got some crowd work in there, so you can crop all of that out. So we'll see what happens. But other than that, man, we appreciate you guys from joining us. I'm about to
Didn't you have an opportunity to get a frontal view that time? But you couldn't.
Yes, it's front. Pause. Yes, it's a frontal view. I brought the stand. I set the stand up right in the back. I did it, Dad. I'm trying, Dad. I'm trying, man. We'll get it together.
But you forgot the mic.
But I forgot the mic. It was in PA. I knew I had to get up to PA. It was like an hour and 30 minutes away. I was like, let me hurry up. I'm rushing. I was trying to get my
Just keep the mic in your glove box.
That's what I did. This morning I went and put it in my glove box.
Just
because I always keep the stand. Ooh. Pause. I always keep this. Adios meals. I always keep the stand in my trunk. So I always got that, but I'm gonna just keep the
you keep the stand in your trunk.
Yikes. I'm violating.
It's comfortable in there.
It's in the back. That's wild.
It lives here.
That's nuts, yeah.
That stand lives in there like, this is Sparta.
ooh. Stan, what is your profession?
Then we'll fight in the shade.
Fight in your ass. That's wild.
Holy shit.
Guys, we appreciate you for tuning in for us for another episode. Hopefully these episodes are as fun for you guys as it is for us. Me and Ed genuinely love getting up here talking shit, man. I hope that conveys to you guys. We're not just talking about bullet point, but we are bearing our soul up here. Ed talking about his family shit. I'm talking about my family. We talking about pain up here, nigga. This is real life.
And we're just remember that it's all in fun. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it's made to just make you laugh. And sometimes it's cringy type shit, but it's funny cringy. Because I know more than once I've said milk veins, and I know that could be a little triggering to some people. Just remember that anyone that knows me knows I don't talk like that to people. You know what I'm saying? I'm very respectful.
They know, man.
When it comes to things.
Our body,
but that's still the word of the day, and it's a clever word because nobody fucking thought of it. So give me some props.
They gonna use it at work. They'll hate it and then go use it at work. Hey, you want to see my new man? So
you know what I'm talking about, man.
You know what it is, man.
Let's not make it more than what it is.
You watch all our videos, man, and you'd be hard pressed to find hate in our shit, except for when we say we hate them fucking mechanics. Other than that, you'd be hard pressed.
Mechanics that do shit like that, that's scum shit. That's no integrity. And I always speak about integrity. So it's like, I'm gonna always do what I can to never wrong somebody intentionally. You know what I mean? Because I'm not perfect, so I'm gonna wrong people, but it's never gonna be intentionally.
Spite, malicious.
When you stuff like that with mechanics doing that intentionally to get a gain, someone else's expense, that is horrible work.
Demonic. Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't bring up that egg situation. Remember you told us about them? They charge you for them eggs.
Yo, if it ain't coming out fresh out the chicken's ass, it needs to be complimentary. Fuck all that shit. I just paid you all that money for that room. You can't give me a free egg breakfast.
Yo, let it go, Ed. Let it go, Ed.
Son of a bitch.
Let it go. Niggas start rocking and shit. They denied my parole again. Goddamn motherfucker. Ed about to crash
after all I've been through.
I mopped the damn jail. I ain't raped nobody. But yeah, guys, we appreciate you tuning in, man. We hope you have a great rest of your Saturday night when you're viewing this. Ed, I hope you have a great rest of your great Saturday in general, brother. Other than that, make sure you like, subscribe, share the channel with somebody, man. This is some shit you want to share. We're not being gossipy. We're not being chatty patties. We just talking our shit. This is the Too Late We Said It podcast.
Yo. Fear Factor fucked up people edition. Put the telemarketers, the bad mechanics, and none of that stuff is going to be fear shit. It's going to be all eating nasty shit. Pig blood, pig vomit. Drink this shit, motherfucker, for all the times he fucked somebody over. Make those motherfuckers drink that shit on camera. Here at Too Late We Said It. That's the idea. Johnny Knoxville, make it happen, yo. Get those motherfuckers on there drinking that nasty shit.
I thought you was about to take your headphones off. Like, too late, we said it, motherfucker. Just slide out. I'm out the booth, nigga. Anyway, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great work week coming up. Or if you're selling ass or drugs or whatever, be safe doing that. We will see you next Saturday from me and my dog, Edwin Nevato. We wish you nothing but the best. We appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you next week. Ed, let's hit it in unison, bro. Pause. Peace.